Welcome to our Christ-centered yoga. I'm finding myself today feeling super stressed, and I have a great day ahead of me, but I'm finding very little joy in it, which tells me I'm overstressed. So I picked a passage for today. I'll read it once right now, and then I'll tell you what the breath prayer is if you want to use it. And then we'll do our lectio divina at the end when we read the passage 3 times and consider what God might have for us in it. So our passage today is Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 through 26. And I'll read it for us. It says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed. For his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait patiently, it is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." And I came to that because I had that song in my head all morning. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies, they never come to an end. They are new every morning, great is your faithfulness. Oh Lord, great is your faithfulness. So I kind of like the lyrics of the song better than the way it's written here in my Bible, but it's still really good. So our breath prayer, if you would like to use one, is your mercies are new every day. So inhaling, your mercies are new. Exhale every day. And mercies and compassion are used in various translations. And then when I think of compassion, I just think of like a gentle, like just refilling, just a gentle hug, a gentle taking care. So it's not even, it might be mercy, like, oh, I need your mercy. I need to be healed. I need to be forgiven. I need to be given another chance. But it's also just the mercies of just a gentleness, a compassionate, just having compassion, being able to relate, being able to empathize. The compassions never fail. The compassions are new every day. So whether your mercies are new every day or your compassions are new every day, the compassions never fail, you can pick. So let's find ourselves on our mat. Let's start in child's pose. No, let's start actually in hero's pose. So sitting on your knee, or sitting on your knees, sitting back on your heels. If you have, sorry, I need to change this really quick. If you have a pillow or something to put between your hips and your heels, that might be easier. And we'll just sit here, whatever pose is comfortable for you, really. We'll just sit here for a few minutes, coming onto our mat, and we'll just do a little bit of a breathing exercise to calm down the breath. Calming down our breath takes away a lot of anxiety. So as we inhale, we'll inhale into our belly, and then into our rib cage, and then into our chest. And then we exhale from our chest, and then our rib cage, and then our belly. So you just continue that, breathing into the whole cavity of your torso. Belly, rib cage, chest, and exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. So let's just take a couple more of those on your own. And we'll actually take a few more. So you really just become aware of your body and your space and how you feel in it today. And when you're ready, let's move our pillow out of the way and we'll come into our tabletop as always. How we get started. It's such a beautiful place to really become aware of what's happening in our bodies. Our hands are directly below our shoulders, fingers are wide, thumbs are pulling toward each other, pinkies are pushing to the outside of the mat, pointer finger is facing the top of your mat. Let's just take a couple of swings left and right. So pulling your left hip toward your left shoulder, stretching out the right side, and then going to the other side. You might want to inhale as you come to one side and exhale as you come to the other. Let's use this practice to really just slow ourselves down, receive those new mercies and compassions that are fresh and new for the day. The grace to be in whatever place that we're in, whether we're happy or more sad or whatever. Coming to the neutral. Let's do a couple of cat cows. So pulling our belly button to our spine first for a cat. Really stretching out those shoulders and neck. And as we inhale, we'll drop our belly to the ground, lifting our heart. And inhale, pulling in. And opening it up. Coming back to neutral. Let's curl our toes under and push up into our first down dog of the day. Nice and slow. Finding our breath. Your compassion is new every day. Gently feeling your shoulders start to open up, your back starting to open up, the hamstrings, the hips, the calves. And next we'll walk our feet up to our hands. Feet are hip width apart. And we'll just hang forward and ragdoll for a few moments. You're welcome to bend your knees a little bit to really open up just the back of your hips a little bit more, or straight legs and really get a good hamstring stretch. And from here, we'll come into a half lift, pressing back against our shins, pulling the shoulder blades down the back, belly button to the spine, long neck, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. And from here, we'll come up with a flat back all the way to an extended mountain pose. Find yourself long, pushing down into the ground, even as you reach up into the sky. And we bring our hands to heart center. And as we start to deepen our breath, we'll really start connecting it to your compassions are new every day, or your mercies are new every day. They never end. Inhaling our arms up to the sky. Let's sit back into a chair pose. Nice and gentle chair. Pulling the belly button in, sitting back. Your arms can be above your head, or you can pull them into heart center. Feeling just a little bit of heat. And we'll inhale up to standing. And we'll exhale into chair. So this is where we really can start thinking about our breath. Inhale, your mercies are new. Exhale, every single day. Inhale. Mercies are new. Exhale, every day. Inhale. And this time, let's inhale up. As we exhale, let's open our chest and take our arms out to a cactus like this. Every day. Inhale up. And sitting into chair, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale to chair. Let's take one more of those. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus. Shining that heart up, receiving those new mercies. Arms come up. And this time, let's come into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down dog. From here, let's come forward into plank. Let's hold this plank and build a little heat for just a moment. Really widening those shoulder blades, pulling the belly button to the spine. Long, straight line from your head to your toe. And we'll bring our knees to the floor. Spinning the insides of our elbows forward. Coming down, keeping those elbows attached to our body all the way to the ground. Inhale up to cobra. First major engagement of our back muscles. Feels good. And let's exhale to child's pose. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies, they never come to an end. They are new every morning. New every morning. Great is your faithfulness, O Lord. Pushing up into down dog. On our next inhale, we'll come up high on our toes. As we exhale, we bend our knees. And on the end of the exhale, we bring our feet to our hands. Step, walk, or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back up to extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back to your breath for just one moment, and then we'll take that just a little bit quicker. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank, this time on your knees or your toes. Exhale, chaturanga on your knees or your toes, all the way to the floor, or come up to up dog. If you're on the floor, you come up to cobra. And exhale, pressing to down dog. Taking a big breath here. On your next inhale, coming high on the toes. Exhale, deep bend in the knees. Walk, step, float, jump. Your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take one more just like that. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Letting the grace of this time and this space on your mat feed every cell of your body. Down dog. Inhale, forward to plank on your knees or your toes. Exhale, chaturanga on your knees or toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Taking a breath here. On your next inhale, coming high on our toes. Deep bend in our knees with the exhale and bringing our feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to mountain. And let's sit deeply into chair again. So separating your feet so that they're hip width apart and sitting back. Pull the belly button in, like pulling the femurs into your pelvic girdle. Pull the belly button in, pull it even further back. And exhale to standing. And release. I'll take my sweatshirt off really quick. Moving into just a couple of standing postures. Let's inhale our arms to the sky. Breathe it in. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Let's bend the knee and open the hip. Getting a nice stretch in that leg, shoulders. Squaring our hips back off, let's pull our knee to our nose and then place our foot between our hands. However you get there is perfect. Dropping the back knee, lengthening the back foot, and let's come up into what's called Anjaneyasana. So this is a big, it's just a kneeling lunge. If your arms are up over your head, that gives a little bit more. Breathing into that hip, breathing into the strength of this core. And now let's take our right hand down. So our left hand is up and we're gonna reach up and over to our right side. So you're getting a big stretch here in your left side in that psoas muscle. Pulling the belly button in so you're supporting your low back. Bringing both hands to the floor. Let's curl our back toe under, straightening the back leg. And then we'll come up to crescent pose. So same thing as Anjaneyasana, but this time we're up tall. And from here, we'll bring our hands to heart center and we'll tilt forth, hinge forward from our hips, and then twist toward our right, all the way to the point where your left elbow is outside of your right leg, if that's available to you. And if that feels too much, you can just come up a little higher and just place the left hand on the outside of your right leg and twist that way. Bringing both hands to the ground. Let's press back into down dog. Really feeling your entire hand on the ground, the entire balls of your feet, reaching your heels toward the ground. Feeling so much length right through this part of your body, through your triceps, through your lats. This time let's take our left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. And then bringing our knee to our nose, and then by whatever means, bringing our left foot between our hands. Dropping the back knee to the ground, flattening the back foot, and then we'll come up to Anjaneyasana. So this is more of like a long and up as opposed to crank it back. Don't crank it back into your low back. Long, think long, 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 long. And this time we'll take our left hand down, continuing to reach up with our right and leaning over to our left so that you get that huge stretch through that right psoas, front of your belly. And bringing both hands to the ground, curling the back toes under, lengthening the back leg, and then we'll come right up into crescent pose. Again, not dumping into that back, pull the belly button in, pull the torso up. And bringing the hands to heart center, we'll hinge from our hips, twisting to our left, and hooking that right elbow outside the left leg if that's an option. If that's too deep, we'll come forward and you'll just use your hands instead. Then you can reach for the floor that way too if you want. Bringing both hands to the ground, let's gently push into down dog. Stay here or go to child's pose if you're feeling more compassion and mercy there, or come through and take a vinyasa with me. Plank to chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. From here, let's take our right knee to the sky again, or leg to the sky again, opening up the hip, doing that beautiful stretch. And we'll bring our knee to our nose, placing our foot between our hands again this time. And this time we're gonna come up into warrior one. So turning the back heel down so that it's on the ground. Hips as best you can are facing forward. It's just not available in all of our hips. It's totally fine. Torso is facing forward. Arms come up. Dial everything down, right? Like instead of feeling like things are unwieldy, my leg is back, my leg is forward, my abs are open, my chest is open, pull it all in. Hold. Hold it nice and relaxed, but strong. And on our next exhale, let's open up into warrior two. So you can adjust your feet so that your front heel is lined up with the arch of your back foot. Shoulders come down, shoulders come in, fingers reach out. Super strong left leg here. Energy going way down and out the outside of the foot. From here, let's come into a side angle. So our right elbow comes to our right knee. Left arm comes to the sky. If you want to reach for the floor, you can. If you've got a block, that's amazing. Doing your best to not be here, right? If you're here, come up and out of it a little bit so that you can open up your shoulders. Then you sink from there. Not worth coming all the way down here if your back is turned like this. So stay up high. And from here, let's come up into reverse warrior. That I always like is such a pain for my front leg. I need to straighten it for just a second. Oh, take up that space. This pose takes up space. Pull the belly button in, elongate that right side. And let's cartwheel down to the ground. Gently press to down dog or child's pose, wherever the compassion and mercy is found for you, or come forward and take a vinyasa with me. Down dog. Everybody meeting in down dog. This time our left leg comes to the sky and we open it up for that stretch. Bringing our knee to our nose and helping our foot come between our hands. You can always walk it up just like this. Dropping the back heel into the ground. Let's come up into warrior one. again, holding it all together, pulling the belly button in, closing the rib cage even as it's lifted. Shoulders drive down the back. And we'll open up into warrior two, adjusting the feet, sending all that energy right down the outside of the right leg into the ground, feeling that power. Coming into side angle, our left elbow comes to our left knee. Our chest is flat, open. Then you can go deeper if that's open, if that's available to you. And from here, we'll come up into reverse warrior, shaking out the leg for a second if you need to, like I do. Pull the belly button in, elongate that left side. And we'll cartwheel our way down to down dog or child's or a vinyasa. And we'll all meet in down dog. Taking a couple of breaths. Compassions are new every day. Let's come up high on our toes. Exhale, deeply bending our knees. Bringing our feet to our hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming to stand. And exhale, hands to heart center. Come back to our breath. Come back to our body. We're gonna have one more series. In this section. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And this time we're just going to take our right leg back a little bit. Front leg is bent just a little bit. It's like a narrow warrior one. So we're not like all big and deep. It's just nice and narrow. Arms come up. From here, we'll straighten the front leg, pulling the right hip back. We're going to move into pyramid. So imagining there's a space, well, there is a space between your lower rib and your hip. Get that space as long as possible. And as we hinge forward, don't let that space shrink. Keep it as long as it is. Long, 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 long. Both legs are straight. And once you've gone as far as you can, then you can release over. Whether you're up here, it doesn't matter. Blocks are super helpful for this too. Gently pulling that right hip back. And from here, if it's available to you, we're going to twist toward that front leg. So your left hand stays on the floor, right hand comes to our right hip, and we start to draw that right shoulder back, opening the chest toward the right, getting a huge stretch in the outside of our right leg in that IT band. And if you would like more, you take your arm up to the sky. Drawing that right hip back, try not to let it pop out. If that's just way too deep, you can be up here as well. Bringing both hands to the floor. Let's bring our back foot in to meet our front. Get a little forward fold here for just a moment. And then we'll take our right foot back to that narrow warrior one. And coming up into our warrior one. Straightening that front leg. keeping this space really long between your rib and your hip, and coming forward with a flat, 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 flat back. And once you've hit your spot, you can relax. And that's when we gently massage our left hip back. It's a different kind of stretch. And from here, we'll leave our right hand on the floor if that's available to you, and take our left hand to our left hip. Oh, drawing that left shoulder back and opening up the hips. If you would like more, you can take your left arm up. Being careful always to draw this left hip back. Don't let it pop out, right? Pull it back. And if that's too crazy, come on up here and get it this way. There's a lot of different things happening in stretching there. Some of it may be available to you, some of it may not. It's totally fine. Both hands coming to the ground. We'll press back into down dog. This time, let's take our right leg to the sky. We'll bring our knee to our nose, place our hand between our feet between our hands. And from here, we're gonna take a little balance posture in 3-point balance, or standing split. So we'll kind of pull our back foot in a little bit. Hands are on the ground or up on blocks. And we're gonna bring our back foot up, not like half moon that's open, it's coming behind you. And the more you can lift your foot, the more your body comes down. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can grab your leg with one hand. If that feels really strong, you can try the balance and hold it with both hands. Really thinking the more you push through the ground with your right foot, the more your left foot is able to reach for the sky. Big hamstring stretch. Bending that knee deeply, stepping that left foot way back into a low lunge. Let's come to down dog. Let's actually come to child's pose and just take a little rest, receiving that pose. And then let's press back into down dog, and we'll take the other side. Take our left leg to the sky this time. Bringing the knee to our nose, placing the foot between our hands. From here, you're gonna inch your back foot in and lift that foot behind you. Ideally, your left leg is straight. That's how you're gonna get a good hamstring stretch. You can grab one calf as kind of leverage to pull your body closer to your leg. But really remembering, pressing into the ground with that left foot will lift that right foot into the sky. That's my balance. Ooh. And gently we'll bend this front leg, reaching to the back of the mat with our right leg into a low lunge, pressing to down dog, and then coming to child's pose. And a couple of really deep breaths to receive that pose, also to receive mercies and compassion for whether that worked or did not work for you. From here, let's come into plank pose. We're going to do a little bit of a pigeon stretch. It's just been super serving me lately. So in plank, you're just going to take your right knee towards your right wrist and lay your foot, your shin down on the ground. And then I like to walk my back foot back from there so that I'm sitting right on top of my hips here. And it's giving me a big stretch in my right hip muscle, booty muscle. And if that feels really good, you're welcome to come forward and find a deeper stretch. If your knee does not do this, then we'll do a seated figure 4, like hit like this. And if you're here, you'll just press into your hands to lift your chest. And that's going to give you a really big stretch. It's the same stretch, right? My chest is close to my femur and my shin bone. I'm just coming at it from a different direction. And we just breathe into it. And gently coming up and out of it, either releasing your foot or pushing back into down dog. Letting the blood come back to your legs. And this time we'll take our left knee toward our left wrist and then walk our back foot back from there to find the goods, the super goods in that hip. You can kind of wiggle around until you find your spot. That is the best kind of stretch for you. And if you're not doing that, you're here doing figure 4, left foot's on top, pressing through your hands to straighten your arms and open up the chest, which is going to give you a huge, huge stretch in that left hip. If you need more, you can pull your foot in a little bit more. Yoza. Use this breath prayer as much as will serve you so that we get to the end of class knowing and believing that God's mercies are new every day and that it's sufficient, that those mercies are sufficient and His love never ceases and all of that. So gently coming out of that, let's all meet in down dog. And coming forward into plank, we'll come down all the way to the floor. We'll just do a couple of back spinal extensions here. We'll do locust. So both your hands are facing the floor, feet are facing the floor, tops of the feet are facing the floor. And we reach through our hands toward the back of the room, and that draws your chest up. If you'd like more, you can engage your glutes to the point where your feet lift up off the floor. If you engage your glutes, your feet will come up. Shoulders are out of your ears, pushing down your body. And release. Release. Let's do that one more time, or if you would like some more, you're welcome to take bow if that's available to you. Bending both knees, grabbing the feet behind you. This would be the next, well, this is a couple of steps beyond that, but so either locust that we just did, or this one, where you kick back into your hands with your feet, and that pulls your chest up and your knees up. Still pulling those shoulders out of your ears and relaxing your breath. And release. Other cheek to the ground. Wiggling the hips back and forth for a little break. And then we'll gently press back into child's pose for a deeper release of that low back. And from here, let's take our feet around to the front. Let's take a spinal twist first. So we draw our left foot in toward our body. We come up, you're not here and then twist, right? Sit up tall and then twist toward that left leg. Giving that left knee a little hug. opening up the chest. As you inhale, we get taller. And as we exhale, we twist. Your mercies are new every day. And we release to the center, lengthening out the left leg, pulling the right in. We get taller, and then we twist, and then we hug. And release. Let's bring both knees in this time. We'll come into a little bit of a boat pose, coming back onto that flesh between your sitting bones and your tailbone. Back is perfectly straight. And then we find our balance wherever that is today. Imagine a string pulling your chest forward and up. Slowing down our breath. And release our feet to the floor. Let's take our knees out to the side. Give our hip flexors a little bit of a break, pulling our soles of our feet together and releasing into butterfly. And coming up and out of that, we're going to do a side stretch. So your left knee is, or either knee is in toward your pelvis. Your other leg is out. And we're sitting on both hips, right? Try not to sit like this. Sit on both hips. And we're going to take our right, or for me, it's my right elbow onto the inside of my right leg. And then we take the opposite elbow up behind our ears and really try and open up the chest. Next, we can take our arm to the sky. And finally, you can take your arm up and over. I'm extremely tight through my side. The goal would be to come all the way over and grab your toe without doing this, right? Up and over this way to grab your toe. Keeping your chest open to the front of the room. Coming up and out of that, this time we will turn our body toward our leg. And then we'll reach forward as far as we can to get a little bit more. Well, this is a big stretch for me right here too, but a little bit more hamstring stretch. Wow, that's a huge stretch for me all across my low back, right there. I'm trying to have compassion for it. Mercy and compassion to just massage these muscles to release with gentleness instead of force. Coming up and out of that. We'll bring that foot in and we'll take the other foot out. Taking it to the other side. So we'll take our elbow to the inside of our leg. Oh my gosh, I'm so tight today. And then we'll take our opposite arm up above our head. You're gonna reach up to the sky. And then up and over. Breathe. And gently releasing from there. This time we'll turn our body to face our leg and reach forward for a stretch. Thinking of mercy and compassion for wherever it's massively stretching. The mercy and the compassion and the gentleness that helps us just relax and release. Relax and release. And releasing out of that. One last stretch here. We're going to do a straddle stretch. So that gets to be wherever it is for your body. If it's here, that is so perfect. You get to take it as far as it works for you, where you're not sitting back like this, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll just come down in the middle. Knees are either facing up or out, not back or not forward. So if you're here, you're just coming forward. Whatever is working for you. And then gently walking back up, gently shaking your legs out. Let's go ahead and roll down onto our backs for a couple of supine positions and poses. Let's pull our knees to our chest first. That feels very good. Rock back and forth, giving our lower back a sweet little massage. And bringing our feet to the ground, we're going to press up into just a couple of bridges. I'm feeling like I need to just relax my hips just a little bit more before I do that. Pressing our hands down into the ground, our full foot is on the floor. Find that anchored whole entire foot, not on the outside of your feet, whole entire foot. And then pressing our hips up into the sky, maintaining that foot control, rootedness, hands into the ground, relaxed throat and chest. And releasing one vertebra at a time. Windshield wiper those knees a little bit more. And we'll take one more. If you'd like to pull your shoulder blades under your body and interlace your hands, you're welcome to. Whatever gives you the best stretch here. Pressing those shins up, or those glutes up to the sky. Widening the collarbone. Anchoring the whole foot on the floor. Pulling the shoulders out of the ears. And release, nice and gently. Let's pull our knees into our chest this time again, but let's come into happy baby. So we'll grab our big toes with our peace fingers, or you can grab the outside of your foot. You can grab your hamstrings, whatever works for you to feel relaxed with your whole, put this bone that's like at the bottom of your, that's at the back of your pelvis. It's like a big triangle. Put that whole thing on the floor as you do this. Really feel space in the low vertebra. there however you would like to. We're going to find our final resting pose that we get to do our lectio divina in. So whether that's in normal corpse pose, shavasana, your feet just relaxed, hands facing the sky to receive whatever blessing God has for you. You can be in a seated pose. You can be sitting with your legs up the wall. We're going to be here for 5 to 7 minutes. So find a position that is comfortable for you, that feels like a good meditative space. And let's just begin this time with just resting. Shavasana is for receiving the practice that you just did. So we'll just receive that in silence for a moment before we read our passage again. And you can start deepening your breath again, kind of bringing your awareness back to your surroundings and to your body. You don't have to move. You can stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to read us our passage a few times. This is a great passage. So the first time I want you just to listen to it. Don't have any expectations. Don't find anything in it. Just listen. Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 through 26. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed. For his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Just let that soak in for a minute. And this time as I read, see if something shimmers for you. See if there's a word or a phrase, just one, that speaks to you this morning. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. So was there anything in there that felt like it might be for you? Anything that you noticed? A word? Let's just meditate on that for just a minute. And in our final reading, consider if there's an invitation for you in it from God. Anything in this that we might take with you for the day. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. So just take a moment or two to just meditate on that. Is there an invitation for you? We'll just be quiet for a full minute in that stillness. And from where you are, let's go ahead and slowly coming back to yourself, coming back to your physical awareness and space. We'll come and join me in easy pose, crisscross applesauce. And my prayer for all of us today is that we would be able to experience new compassions and new mercies for today, and find joy where there is joy to be found, and find release where there is release to be found, and that it would just help us through. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time and your heart. Namaste. See you next week.